And welcome to the live broadcast of the 49th Annual Starkville Christmas Parade presented by Reed's. It's a very pleasant night here in Starkville, but we're so glad to be back together live and most importantly, in person. I'm Michelle Lowe, along with my co-host, Joey Wilkinson.
Hi, Michelle. Absolutely.
Hi.
It's a joy to be here this evening.
It could have been worse.
It could have been.
We've been out here when it's been colder. And right now, it's really, really pleasant. People don't have to bundle up as much. We've got a great crowd.
Great crowd showing up for the parade. And this is my very first Starkville Christmas Parade, but I am truly very excited to be here. But this is the 43rd live broadcast of the Starkville Christmas Parade here at the steps of First United Methodist Church, and is a part of our television and media ministry as well as our WOBV Channel 5 TV station.
Well, we certainly appreciate you being here, especially this time of year. It is very busy time for someone who is in music. So he is the new director of music ministries at Starkville First United Methodist Church. Most recently, you joined us from the Brandon area, but you're a native of Yazoo City. Is that correct?
All right. That is correct.
Well, let's talk about some of your conducting experiences. You've had the privilege to conduct at the stage of London's famed Cadogan
Hall, yes.
In front of the Royal Philharmonic Chamber Orchestra, presenting. Talk about the piece, the presentation.
Dan Forrest is a contemporary composer, and he was a part of this concert that was being there to feature his works, and one of those works was his Te Deum, and I got to open the concert with him in attendance and in front of the Royal Philharmonic Chamber Orchestra and a choir that was put together for that presentation. And it was a joyous, beautiful concert, and I was truly thrilled to be asked to be a part of that.
But before you went to London, there's something we've got to get out of the way.
Yeah.
You graduated from Ole Miss.
I did.
Yep.
I am an Ole Miss graduate.
Yep, and you are a former member of the Pride of the South marching band.
That too is true, yes.
But don't worry, everybody. We didn't force him to move to Starkville. He willingly did this. And from what I understand, now this may not be true, is there a cowbell in your office? Yes or no?
Yes, it is true. And not just one cowbell. I actually have 4 cowbells that were gifted to me. Yes, one of which does have the national champion sticker on it. And so
how appropriate.
I'm excited about that.
And
especially for tonight, since Chris Lemonis will be with us as our Grand Marshal. So truly.
Have you ever made an appearance with Starkville Band?
Okay, so I knew that story was going to come out. So as a freshman at Ole Miss, my brother was in the band here at Mississippi State as well. And during the Christmas break, he, being a part of the pep band, was to come back up to Starkville to play for the basketball game, and he asked if I wanted to come with him. And I said, certainly I did.
Sure.
Because it happened to be a basketball game that tweaked my interest. It was against LSU, and at this particular time, there was a freshman on the LSU team named Shaquille O'Neal. And I wanted to come and see him. And so I thought maybe attending the game with my brother in the pep band, maybe I'd be able to sneak in. So we arrived in the band hall. My brother was getting his instrument and music together, and Dr. Kent Seals, who was the band director at the time, came up to me knowing that I was not really supposed to be there. Asked who I was. I told him that I was here with my brother Jeff, and he said, well, do you play an instrument? I said, well, I do indeed play an instrument. I happen to be a trumpet player in the Ole Miss band. And he looked at me and raised his eyebrow a little, saw a marching French horn seated behind me. He said, how about you pick up that instrument? It's the same fingering as a trumpet. Find some music. You can sneak in as long as you play in the pit band.
Work it out.
So as a freshman at Ole Miss.
Was it worth it?
Oh,
That's my question.
Absolutely, it was worth it.
Yes.
You know what? Mississippi State beat LSU that evening with Shaquille O'Neal on the team. They sure did. So played Hale State and just absolutely adored my time there.
So most of you who have been regulars watching our broadcast of the Starkville Christmas Parade may notice not just Joey being a new face, but I was here in 2019 rather, as the reporter on the street. Melanie Hankins Booth is a little under the weather tonight.
Yeah, she's been ill for a couple of days, and sadly today lost her voice. And so, Michelle, thank you for stepping in for this evening. But Melanie, we want you to know that we are missing you this evening.
Absolutely.
And we certainly hope that you get to feeling better very, very soon. And we look forward to seeing you here on the set at next year's parade.
I know. She'll be back better than ever.
You know, but this parade would not take place were it not for the many volunteers like Melanie has been in the past, and it is also a a collaborative effort between the community of Starkville, the Starkville Greater Development Partnership, and Mississippi State University.
That's right.
To our local television station, WOBV, like we shared, and then here at First United Methodist Church. Truly, it's a joy to gather on the steps of the church this evening and to know that all the hard work has gone in by our volunteers to help us have this great evening this evening.
But most importantly, back together again.
Yes.
Live, not just live on television, but live on the streets.
Indeed.
And after a year off, this is so very important. I think we're going to see this theme kind of resonate throughout the parade.
Absolutely.
So speaking of the parade, the outstanding lineup is making its way. That's really exciting. We're going to have new entries, old entries, some in between. And from what I understand, there are going to be more floats.
There are more floats than usual, as what I've heard, as well as there are going to be walking troops. There's going to be Pee Wee football players that are walking, cheerleaders, and local church groups.
Okay.
And
well,
then,
wait,
of course,
you need to get your French horn because the famous Maroon band.
That's right.
And their 390 members are going to be walking down the street here shortly.
And we all love to hear the Mississippi State Band play.
We also do have a reporter on the street, and Charlie Harper, the good Reverend.
The good Reverend Charlie Harper.
Can typically be found in the connection services on Sunday, but today he's on the street. Charlie?
Hey guys, good evening. I'm Charlie Harper. I am down on the parade route with our friends right here this evening. I am the associate pastor at Starkville First, but tonight I'm the roving reporter. So I'll be coming to you with all kinds of goodies up front, in close, in person, and whatever else comes to me. Right back to you.
And as a former roving reporter, or just taking 1 year off, not an easy job.
It is not.
All right. Well, the 49th annual Starkville Christmas Parade, the theme is Santa Claus is coming to town, and we're recognizing Mike Gorey's 35th year serving as Starkville
That's such
Santa.
a great thing, isn't it?
We've got more than 60 entries, plenty to look forward to.
And in keeping with tradition, Santa Claus will be a part of that last Rotary Club float, and is set to come up on our set for an interview at the end of the parade.
Yeah.
And this is always a treat for the boys and girls. This is his first live appearance in the area, and we have an opportunity to visit with him. So boys and girls, we want to stay tuned and listen to what Santa Claus might have to share with you.
So for those of you who may not be able to gather along the streets and you want to follow along throughout the night, we've got you all the way set up. We are also live streaming over on the internet, so you can contact your family, your friends, send a text to the link. We're going to go through that in just a second so that they can be a part of the Starkville Christmas Parade as well. It's tinyurl.com/STK Christmas Parade. Again, that is tinyurl.com/STK Christmas Parade. You can also relive the parade magic throughout the month of December every night on WOBV TV at 5 o'clock.
Watch it at home or join us here in front of the First United Methodist Church, because it is perfect weather for the Christmas parade. In fact, let's take a closer look at our weather for tonight, and let's toss it over to our broadcast meteorology student, Margot, in the studio for tonight's weather update.
Good evening, Starkville. It is a cold one outside. We are right now in the mid-40s. I hope you all are bundled up and warm. We are lowering into the low 40s tonight, so make sure you have your hot hands on deck, ready to use. I can't wait to see that interview with Santa. Please tell him I say hello.
All right, thank you very much for that weather update. So, more than 60 entries, just mentioned that a couple of minutes ago. Walk us through the 2021 theme and what the judges are looking for.
So the 2021 theme is Santa Claus is coming to town, and the judges have a hard task in front of them, but with these 60 entries, because they're all competing to see if they are best of in 3 categories. Those 3 categories are best use of lights, best use of parade theme, and best overall float.
Well, you know, I hear that Charlie Harper may have an exclusive with our 4 judges right now and has more information.
Oh,
Charlie?
Fantastic.
Down here at the judges table, exciting place to be. We have our judges here on camera with us. So I'm going to ask you one question, and any one of you can answer who would like to. That's fine. What are some things you were most excited about seeing in the parade tonight? What are you looking forward? Santa Claus, lights. What are you looking for in terms of criteria? What's going to be the best thing? What makes it a good float? Tied to the theme. Very good. Santa Claus is coming to town is our theme, and that's what they're looking for. Back over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Charlie. Well, we certainly appreciate all the hard work that goes into preparing for the parade, as well as our broadcast right here on WOBV. The GSDP works diligently for the good of our community in so many ways. Coming up in our broadcast, we will get a chance to sit down and talk with Bo Summerford. He is one of our presenting sponsors from Reed's, but don't go very far because guess what? Santa Claus is coming to town.
That's right. That's right.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. This year, we're very excited to have a local business come on board and be the presenting sponsor of this year's Christmas parade. Tonight, we have Bo Summerford. He is the president of Reed's, and he has been gracious enough to give us just a couple of minutes of his time to talk about not only what you do for the community, but what the community does for you. So in a year of reconnection, what does tonight mean for you and your family? Because Reed's, of course, is a family business.
Absolutely. You know, Reed's is so family oriented, and we thought what better way to bring the families out after, you know, a year of COVID and having to cancel the parade last year. And we wanted to get those families back out on the streets. And one of our mission statements at the store is delivering confidence, pride, and joy. And we thought that to get that joy aspect in, we had to do something extra special this year.
Right. Talk a little, because this is a very sentimental time of year. Talk a little bit about how your family got started in the business.
Yeah, so we were founded in 1905 in Tupelo as a general dry goods store. So it was, you know, we had everything from feed and other things, and we, you know, made it through the Great Depression, and we just evolved into a family-owned department store: men's, women's, children's, shoes, gifts, books.
Joey wants to know about the goods.
So let's talk about the
goods.
What is the hottest trend that's flying off of your shelves at the moment?
Or anything warm tonight. We sold lots of coats before I came down here. Yeah. You know, we're a few blocks down, so we sold lots of coats. But you know, shoes are a great item for this year's Christmas season. We feel like everybody's purchasing shoes for all everybody on their list.
Shoes.
Oh, absolutely, they always fit. You know, it doesn't make you don't buy the wrong size in a shoe.
And
that's right.
Your hours, you are open from when?
We're open 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
And are you open on Christmas Eve?
That's what
we
Joey
are open
wants
on Christmas Eve. Absolutely. Absolutely. So for those last-minute shoppers, we will be there.
Fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we're actually open on Sundays throughout December, to help for those last-minute.
Beautiful. Bo, thank you so much
yeah,
for being
thanks for
here
having
with
us.
us.
We're
again,
excited.
Thank you so much for hosting.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, of course, the Starkville Police Motorcade making their way. Of course, they always lead off of our Starkville Christmas Parade, and they are certainly showing out.
They are.
Both the lights and the sound.
Turning a few circles and figure eights in the street for us this evening. And it looks like we are having the start of the parade marching through.
That's right. All right, stick with us.
Pushes a bunt to third. James to first. He's out. What a way to end it. And what a...
Hey, yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Trophy, Coach. What do you think about that? I love you. I miss you.
I love you too.
I'm glad they brought you. I didn't know you were coming. I was bringing it to you. I know. That's awesome. I love you.
I love you too.
How about this? You see what the guys won?
Yeah.
I know you watched the game last night. How crazy is that?
I know.
I know. So.
So Coach Lemonis is our Grand Marshal for this year's parade, and a well-deserved honor after leading the Diamond Dogs to a national championship. And the video you just saw showed Thomas Lemonis, his father. And Thomas was a 1973 graduate of MSU. His son was born in 1972 right here in Starkville. And the coach's mom passed away sadly last fall, and his dad was sick during the spring and didn't make it to any of the games in person, but he always watched when he was able to do so.
In each of his 2 complete seasons at the helm of the Bulldogs, Lemonis has won 50-plus games, posting a 52-15 record in 2015, or 2019 rather, and a 50-18 mark in 2021.
And this looks like the ROTC coming through.
That's right.
And
the Starkville High Junior ROTC Yellow Jacket Battalion has always participated in the Starkville Christmas Parade, at least for the last 20-plus years.
so the Starkville High School Junior ROTC program is over 70 cadets strong, marching tonight as a small representation of the Yellow Jacket Battalion.
So glad that they were able to make it out here tonight.
Indeed.
And I do think that our next coming up the way, and usually you can hear them before
Yeah, I
you
was
can see
thinking
them.
we would be hearing
That's why
the
we were so
drums.
quiet, because we're listening carefully.
Because I think that the next is going to be our famous Maroon band. Of
Well, let's check
Mississippi State.
in. Let's see if Charlie's available.
Charlie, are you seeing the famous Maroon band coming through?
That's right.
The
Maybe he
camera's
could be
down
our
the street.
eyes and ears. I don't know.
No,
I don't know if Charlie's going to be available. He may be moving out of the way. So anyway, back to the Grand Marshal. Chris Lemonis has really been one of the most influential people in the city of Starkville. And the story with his father, especially this time of year, is truly one of the most touching of 2021.
Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that moment
I
on
know.
video
I know.
for the very first time when he was coming off of the plane to greet his father.
That
It was
is
just
very
such
true.
a beautiful, touching moment.
You know, they always say that there is no crying in baseball,
Yeah,
but
I think
I
there
don't
was.
know.
Yeah.
That moment was such a tearjerker.
Absolutely.
And we talk about the sentiment of the season
Yeah.
and the importance of spending time with family.
What a true beautiful moment that was, and then how heartwarming it is to reflect upon that here in this season as well.
I wish I would have been able to get a closer look at that ring.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
I think I'm hearing some band
That's right.
drums, maybe?
So
Yes,
the
is it?
famous Maroon band, Mississippi State University, of course, is one of the oldest traditions in the Southeast and has, of course, been a significant part of the Mississippi State family for more than 110 years.
Let's listen to them as they are coming up, and hopefully we
Wait.
can hear them
Here we
playing
go,
and
just a
sharing
second.
something for us.
Well, as they make their way, you know, they do so much more than just participate at Bulldog football games. They're also present at university functions as well, including community functions like this very Christmas parade. So we
Yes.
can always rely on them to provide some music, some beats. And what is a parade without a drum? It makes no sense to me.
Absolutely. You can't have a parade without having the band and without having the drums. Indeed.
Yes. Of course, it was such a large part of my life. Speaking of sentiment, it always makes me very happy to see them coming down the street.
Absolutely. And even a former member of the Pride of the South of Ole Miss, I've always respected and thought very, very highly of the Mississippi State famous Maroon Band.
And this band is led by Director of Bands Elva K. Lance, along with Associate Directors Clifton Taylor and Dr. Craig Arhus. Mayor Lynn Sproul coming up next. She is a native of Starkville and is a graduate of Starkville High School and Mississippi State University, earning a Bachelor of Science in Business back in 1974.
As a United States naval officer and pilot, she became the first woman in the history of the Navy to qualify as a carrier pilot in 1979. She is in her second term as Starkville's mayor.
And coming up next, we have Starkville Fire Chief Charles Yarborough leads the Starkville Fire Department, which currently represents 5 stations serving the city of Starkville. The Starkville Fire Department provides services to over 25,000 Starkville residents and 20,000 students at Mississippi State University.
Pafford EMS emergency ambulance services are now riding through. Pafford EMS is housed at the Starkville Fire Department.
Very important service in our community. And here is the Starkville Board of Aldermen coming through with its 7 wards. The city has now 7 aldermen and alderwomen representing our citizens. Of course, you can see them there on the fire truck. Speaking of the fire department.
Yes, here comes one of our city fire trucks.
I think that it's all rolled into one, don't you?
The fire truck is always a delight for the young children in the audience
That's
and
right.
those watching on the street. I do think that it is absolutely fantastic that the Starkville fire trucks are maroon and white.
Followed by the Starkville Utilities. We have a front runner for best use of light. Starkville
Yes,
Utilities certainly just made its way through, and you can see them coming. It is an electric vehicle. The truck is decorated also with thousands of lights and represents all of the divisions of the department that serve the city of Starkville.
The bucket truck is typically used for line and pole work in the electric division. The drivers and riders you see are some of Starkville Utilities' dedicated linemen.
Starkville Utilities was incorporated in 1939. The organization provides electric, drinking water, and wastewater services to the residents, businesses, and industries in Starkville and the university. Here comes that bucket truck. There it is.
There it is.
Lots of lights.
I see that. Mercy. That will be another one that is up
and that's
for the
all
best
together,
use of lights.
right there.
Gracious.
There's no way they're not going to take that. I don't know. So let's talk about the Oktibbeha County Sheriff's Department.
Coming up is Sheriff Steve Gladney in the 25th Sheriff of Oktibbeha County, covering 459 square miles of county jurisdiction. It is the mission of the Oktibbeha County Sheriff's Office to provide fair, honest, impartial, and professional public services to all citizens of Oktibbeha County. The Sheriff's Office worked to provide the safe community where citizens will enjoy living and remain here to live, work, and raise their families.
That was also followed by the Board of Supervisors as well as Justice Court judges. Oktibbeha County EMA making all that noise. Take a look.
Did you know that there is a state comprehensive emergency management plan for dealing with natural and man-made disasters and civil disorder? Each county must have a coordinated effort for dealing with the emergency situations beginning within the borders of the county and then in cooperation with other counties in the region and the state.
As part of the plan, the Mississippi Emergency Management Agency, MEMA, conducts preparedness, training, and exercise programs for local emergency management agency directors and their staff. Also, the Oktibbeha County Fire Department is a completely volunteer service, providing services including fire protection, rescue, and emergency medical services. This year, the Oktibbeha County Fire Department responded to over 1,500 emergency calls. They're made up for over 150 well-trained men and women from the community.
Distinguished young women of Starkville has a rich history of success at the state and national level. This year's winner is Emmie Moy, and after winning our local program, Emmie went on to compete for the title of Distinguished Young Woman of Mississippi this summer in Meridian. Emmie was awarded a Scholastic Preliminary Award as well as named a top 10 finalist at the state level.
And there is WCBI, your news leader, their local place for news, sports, and weather 7 days a week on air, on your mobile phone, and online.
And there is
Destiny Carter.
Yes, Starkville High School homecoming queen. The homecoming court was moved indoors this year due to weather, but the weather out here tonight is perfect for the homecoming queen, Destiny Carter.
Did you know she was a senior volleyball player appearing in almost 60 sets, and she looked absolutely marvelous.
She looked fantastic just now.
In her outfit tonight.
Absolutely.
So again, we've got a little bit of lag time between now and when the next band is coming through.
That's
and I do hear them coming. It's going to be the Starkville High School Band.
The Starkville High School Band is led and directed by Sean Sullivan.
Yeah.
And my new home here in Starkville happens to be situated behind the Starkville ball fields, and I do hear them playing.
What an appropriate place for you to live.
Fantastically in practice and then at the ball games as well.
How
it is
very
a joy
serendipitous.
To truly. Mm-hmm. The Starkville High School Band, here they are.
Yep. Through 12th graders from Starkville High School and Armstrong Junior High School who cheer for football, basketball, and compete every year.
This summer at the UCA camp, the squad earned multiple awards, including first place in overall game day cheer and band dance. They also earned All Superior and Leadership Award. The squad consists of 8 All-Americans. Gracious, wow.
Miss Yellow Jacket, Miss Harper Ford, crowned last year. Miss Harper Ford wowed the judges at the Greensboro Center. Harper is just a junior this year and has also competed in the Miss Teen Mississippi competition. She certainly has a bright future ahead of her, and that crown is also bright. Look at her.
Sparkling in the lights.
That's right.
Waving to the crowd there from the green convertible. That's great. Absolutely. Coming up now is the Armstrong Junior High Band. This is the 2021-2022 edition of the 8th grade band. The 8th graders are accompanied by several excelling 7th graders from the Partnership Middle School. The 7th and 8th grade band are under the direction of Kathy Baker and Demario Jefferson.
First Presbyterian Church of Starkville is located downtown on University Drive, led by Pastor Martin Leifer. FPC is part of the Evangelical Presbyterian Church and serves the community in several different ways.
First Presbyterian serves the community through FPC Child Care, which is open to the community and retains professional staff, encourages parental involvement, and instills Christian principles and values into its program while preparing children to be school ready.
Well, worship services are at 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. with Sunday school starting at 9:30. They also have children's and youth activities on Sunday nights. One of those activities, obviously, building that float for the last month or so.
That's right.
They've done a fantastic job.
One of the favorites every year is the Starkville Cowboys Pee Wee football and cheer team, and they say Merry Christmas to us. The Cowboys organization aims to teach all players the fundamentals of football while also instilling in them the leadership skills that will carry them through everyday life.
All the players know they must respect their parents, teachers, coaches, and all adults, but they also must have a high level of respect for themselves. Football and cheer coaches work to teach valuable lessons of life to each child. Look at that trophy.
4-H is an informal, practical, learn-by-doing educational program for rural and urban youth ages 5 to 19 from all racial, cultural, economic, and social background. Established in 2002, the Longview Disciples 4-H Club has a total of 28 club members, 2 certified club leaders, and 22 parent volunteers.
And this particular club has certainly received several prestigious awards this year, which is it's really something to write home about considering their activities with the community as well.
Absolutely.
Santa Claus is coming to town, and OCH Regional Medical Center is helping him carry some of the most iconic toys reminiscent of Christmases long ago that are still beloved by children today, just like Joey. Building blocks featuring the letters O, C, and H are the real-life Jack in the Box gives us the nostalgic feels of Christmas. Other toys featured include Legos, a rocking horse, and even a few stuffed animals. Look, is that a gingerbread man I see?
Believe that is a gingerbread man.
And Barbie.
And I hear that there's a real-life Barbie on the float. OCH is the official women's health care provider for Mississippi State Athletics and provides care to Mississippi State Athletics so they can perform at their highest level.
And they've been open since 1973, and over the past 48 years, the hospital has grown to include 12 clinics.
Young Life. Young Life is a national nonprofit ministry. Young Life has been in Starkville since 2012, creating community for high school and college students.
All right, here we go. A new entry for this year, Smokey Bear. Smokey Bear just turned 77 years old, and his message, I know, that just does something to you, doesn't it? His message is still the same. Only you can prevent wildfires. The new Wildland Fire Dozer unit is stationed in Oktibbeha, Choctaw, Clay, and Lowndes counties. That is a big piece of equipment with a very fuzzy bear.
Very fuzzy Smokey Bear. Sponsored by the Starkville Rotary Club, Pack 14 just celebrated its 59th birthday. This is Cub Scout, Pack 14. They have achieved a gold rating in the journey of excellence from scouting.
From Cub Scouts now to here comes Miss Starkville, Lydia Bishop. Lydia was crowned Miss Starkville just recently. That was on November the 13th, and she will be representing Starkville in the 2022 Miss Mississippi competition in June. Look at the train on that dress. Beautiful.
Following Lydia is Miss Golden Triangle, Maddie Stevens, and she will be representing the Golden Triangle in Miss Mississippi competition in June. She is currently a student at Delta State.
All the trains are really, what kind of car is that, Joey?
That appears
it is a classic.
To be a 57 Chevy, maybe, or 56 Chevy.
I am impressed by your knowledge. Come aboard the ABC Express, the learning train that kids love to travel, learn, dance, and sing. Owner Kayla Marie Gilmore loves to dance and give back to her community. KMG Creations is known to offer the best in arts, from dance, painting, and very much more. Rolling Hills serves those with intellectual and developmental disabilities with active teaching and programming in the areas of self-care, community inclusion, and supported work development. Rolling Hills, that is, has been a part of our Starkville community for 44 years.
Here are the king and queen.
You know, I have been waiting for this
Head Start King and Queen Philip Barnett and Elizabeth Outlaw. These winners were selected based upon the amount of sales during a recent fundraiser. The Royal Court is on a float behind them, representing the winners of each classroom, including early Head Start.
Yay! All right, Joey, tell us a little bit about the Tammy Tubbs Show.
In December 2010, Tammy stepped out on faith and returned home to Mississippi from North Carolina and started the Tammy Tubbs Show in memory of her two sons, Terrence and Tyler, who passed away from spinal muscular atrophy, the #1 genetic killer for children under the age of 2.
For much more information on her ministry, you can visit TammyTubbs.com. Again, that is TammyTubbs.com. It is listed on your screen.
Renaissance Bank Mortgage and Insurance. Renaissance Insurance Incorporated is a wholly owned subsidiary of Renaissance Bank. Renaissance Insurance is proud of the fact that they have many employees with 30+ years of experience, along with 9 locations and 70 employees throughout North and Central Mississippi. Starkville Southern Storm Cheerleading is a program offered by the Academy of Competitive and Performing Arts, also known as ACPA of Starkville, Mississippi. They train athletes ages 5 to 18 how to tumble, jump, and stunt.
Oh, and Southern Storm travels around Mississippi and the surrounding states to compete at all-star cheerleading competitions as well.
The Farm at Starkville. The Farm is an agritourism venue in Starkville that opened for its first fall season last month. A family-owned and operated business, the Farm is dedicated to educating people about the importance of agriculture through fun activities and unique experiences. From a corn maze and a pumpkin patch to special events and field trips, there's something for everyone to enjoy at the Farm. Follow thefarm.com Starkville, thefarm.starkville on Facebook and Instagram to learn more.
Starkville's Southern Storm Cheerleading is a program, again, offered by the Academy of Competitive and Performing Arts. Oh, look at there. There is the Farm at Starkville.
Yes.
Look at that sign. That's fantastic. Beautiful.
Boardtown Dance has been serving the Starkville community for over 7 years. Boardtown Dance exists to provide quality instruction while developing talent, confidence, and passion for dance.
In addition to their recreational dance program, they also have an award-winning competitive company. Ballet, tap, jazz, and hip-hop classes are available. You know, they even have adult classes. Did you know that?
I did not.
That is a great way to get exercise.
Are you signing up?
I may or may not be signing up for that later. And look at there, the lovely ladies from Starkville Academy. They always have big smiles. They raised $330 for the OCH Center for Breast Health and Imaging Patient Assistance Program. They're also serving as a cheer station at the TK Martin Fun Run. They did that back in October. That is Starkville Academy's Pee Wee Cheerleaders.
And following is the Starkville Academy Volunteer Band. The Starkville Academy Volunteer Band received all superior ratings at the Capaya Academy Marching Festival on October the 2nd. And they also received all superior ratings at the MAIS Marching Festival on October 23.
Today, the band program is comprised of 77 members in the high school and elementary bands. They started back in 1972.
And sharing a Merry Christmas with us all is the Starkville Academy Varsity Cheer Team. The SA Cheerleaders lead the crowd in all football games and home basketball games. They are also very involved in other sports clubs and various school activities.
And right behind them is the junior varsity team. Winter brings basketball season, and the girls will be found in the warm, heated basketball gym cheering those players on. And here comes the group from Mississippi Home Care Starkville. Doesn't that vehicle look familiar? And is that Cousin Eddie
that could
on the back?
be a Christmas vacation hit there, I do believe.
That is exactly what that is.
The Mississippi Home Care of Starkville provides high-quality health care and comfort for your home. If you want a team that provides top-notch care and treats you like family, call Mississippi Home Care.
All right, next up is a newcomer to our parade. Ratliff Towing and Recovery has been voted Starkville's best towing in the People's Choice Award.
The Miss Senior World Organization is a pageant for senior women ages 50 to 79. This is the second year of the pageant, which is held on the Mississippi coast.
All right, Miss Mary East just zoomed by. And this is Miss Preteen Magnolia State, Lena Grace Smith. Lena is the 2021-2022 Preteen Miss Magnolia State representative. This pageant was held back in September, and over 2 days, 28 contestants from all over Mississippi competed for the title.
And there is Starkville's Miss Hospitality, Claire Farmer, representing Starkville and Ottawa County. Claire graduated from Starkville Academy and now attends MSU, majoring in interior design.
And this is a horse, of course, walkabout stables, trains, and breeds, champion spotted and walking horses. Their goal is to try and educate as best as they can on the true Tennessee walking horse.
A newcomer to our parade this year is T-Trust Hair Collection, and has been in the hair care business for about 3 years. T-Trust provides natural hair care products for all hair types.
And of course, not to forget about TBL Security Services, another new addition to our parade. And they are also a locally owned business right there along with Riley J's Streetery.
Riley J's Streetery. I've seen the truck around town. Need to stop and give him a shot.
That's right. I haven't had a chance yet, but I promise you I will make time.
Indeed.
I've heard very good things.
And now the Air Force ROTC Detachment 425 of Mississippi State University.
Originally part of the Army Air Force's training program, Air Force ROTC was established at MSU back in 1949. Over the past 72 years, they have commissioned over 1,000 U.S. Air Force officers. With the addition of the United States Space Force, that's a hard one to do. They develop future leaders for both the Air Force and the Space Force.
Over the past few years, Mississippi State Air Force ROTC has received numerous regional and national AFROTC awards, including the Regional High Flight Award and the National Team Excellence Award.
And right now, they're just pretty much standing still. I'm thinking it may be the horses. What do you think? Could be the horses.
That or somebody stepped up to Riley J's to get something to eat.
Somebody may have stepped up. Did they get us anything? All right, let's check in with Charlie, who's on the street with an interview for us. Hey, Charlie.
I am down here with Mississippi State University. Yes, absolutely. What are you most looking forward to doing to celebrate the holidays this year?
I just love the town of Starkville, and I love how people come together and really show the holiday spirit. And I told my driver, I said, you know, it kind of seems like we're at a football game right now. People are so loud and excited about the holidays here in Starkville.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That
Back
is
to
Emmie
you.
Perkins again, the Miss Maroon and White, Miss MSU. She is the daughter of David and Lori Perkins, both alumni of MSU, where her father played baseball from 1989 to 1994 under the legendary coach Ron Polk. She is also the older sister of Sadie Perkins. Emmie is a junior majoring in public relations and minoring in music. Go music!
Yeah.
She is the Roadrunner campus tour guide, a member of Kappa Delta sorority, an access mentor, and part of the MSU Women's Choir.
Well, now this one is exciting. We're talking about the
State
MSU
undergraduate
Eco Car.
and graduate students are redesigning a Chevy Camaro for Eco Car, a series of multi-year competitions working to develop the next generation of leaders in the automotive industry. The Mississippi State University Eco Car team is a diverse, student-led organization that develops future leaders in engineering and business who can design, build, and market fuel-efficient and eco-friendly vehicles. And look at there, that is Bully. Bully is there with the Cavs, the Center for Advanced Vehicular Systems.
With his doghouse as well.
Indeed.
Let's talk about
the Spirit Squad.
The Spirit Squad coming right behind them. They are some of the biggest Hail State fans you'll ever meet. The Hail State Spirit Squads are utilized for every sideline, all regular season, home and away.
And I believe rolling in now, we might have Santa Claus.
The Starkville Rotary Club was founded in 1924 with only 18 charter members, but now consists of more than 180 community leaders representing Starkville's businesses, educational institutions, and governmental bodies. Starkville Rotary Club is the second largest in Rotary District 6820, which encompasses 44 clubs right here in central Mississippi.
Yes, individually and as a club, Rotarians have taken leading roles in the United Way Red Cross and District 6820 Medical and Educational Fund for the Burn Center in Greenville and other civic undertakings. Through a multitude of service activities, the club seeks to actualize the Rotary motto, service above self, he profits most who serves best.
This year's Rotary Club was instrumental in getting Santa to Starkville all the way from the North Pole. I think we're all indebted to the Rotary Club.
Thank you, Rotary Club.
Because look at that. Look at all the reindeer.
And again, this is Santa's first appearance here in the area. And we have an opportunity to visit with him shortly as he makes his way off of his sleigh. And he's going to be ascending the steps here at Starkville First United Methodist Church.
But you know, it takes just a minute to get down from all. It's been that was a long ride from the North Pole.
You know, and maybe he's the one who brought us the cooler weather when he came flying in from the North Pole. Well, it looks like he's made his way off of the float and is beginning to round the corner and coming up the steps.
You know, he's being stopped by all of these
I can imagine, yes.
lists of things, requests, petitions.
Children are taking their opportunity to visit with Santa. It looks like the police may have to escort Santa up here.
Where'd he go?
I see him across the street.
There
you see, giving hugs to all the children. Gosh, Santa looks fantastic.
Doesn't he, though?
I tell you, it's been a few years since I've seen Santa up close. I'm a little nervous. Oh, wait, is that Santa Claus?
I don't know. Maybe an imposter.
Maybe. Hello, Santa. I see him waving down there. No, he's making his round to the judges' table. Maybe he's whispering in their ear.
That's right.
Some words of
reviewing his naughty and nice. Maybe reviewing the naughty and nice list. We don't know. One can never tell.
And we're back with Santa Claus. He has made his way from the sleigh and up here to our booth. And Santa, it is a joy to welcome you.
That's right.
Thank you. It's always fun to be in Starkville for the Christmas parade.
How many years have you been coming to the Starkville Christmas parade?
Are you older than 35?
I may be older than 35.
35 years.
Santa, that is fantastic.
And,
you have made us this
that
stop
is
for
great
35
fun.
years.
Yeah.
That is terrific. Well, thank you so much for doing so.
Sure.
Now, I saw you visiting with some of the boys and girls on the street, but do you have a message for the boys and girls that you wish to share?
This is a very exciting time of year.
Absolutely.
And you need, I know it's exciting. So exciting your hat won't stay on.
It happens.
This is a very important time of year to be kind to everybody, including your moms and dads. Because there's a lot of stress going on out there this year.
Yeah.
And try to stay safe and try to stay healthy and try to stay friendly and nice, and remember the spirit of Christmas.
Oh, Santa Claus, that's fantastic.
I think that's something that adults even can take a little something out of.
I don't know that you were
particularly
speaking
some
just.
adults.
I think you were talking to us, weren't you?
I do,
Yes.
indeed. Santa, you look fantastic tonight.
Well, thank you.
It's been...
It's hard to decide what to wear every year.
So just stick with what you know. Red is really your color.
Yes, it is.
Truly
yes,
is.
it is.
Yes. So we saw that you had were on the float that the Rotary Club had prepared, but would there happen to be real reindeer hiding around here somewhere in Starkville that are going to take you back?
Well, not in Starkville.
Not in Starkville.
Nearby.
Nearby. Yes, very good. Well,
it takes a lot of energy, so they're out grazing.
Oh, I see. Yes.
An undisclosed location.
Fantastic.
Do you all want to hear some really good news? I think that we may have the winners from tonight's Christmas parade.
Fantastic.
Did you know that it was going to be tabulated that quickly? Did you bring those with you? You did?
No, I didn't.
Okay, let's see what we got.
We had some fantastic
Come on, let's
floats,
see.
did we know?
Oh, you did. The floats were spectacular.
Oh, so you get to see first.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to start. Drum roll.
Drum roll.
From the music guy. From the music guy. There we go. Best in lights. There's no shocker here.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Starkville Utilities.
Starkville Utilities.
There were how many thousands of lights?
I mean, but it absolutely fits, does it not?
Yes.
For the utilities department to be the one to receive best lights.
So the group that followed the theme the best, which was Santa Claus is coming to town.
I did a pretty good job of following the thing.
Yes,
I don't know that you were included.
I don't know either.
I really don't. I think they may have left you out, Santa.
Okay.
I know. But the one who followed best theme, again, give me a little, there you go. The Oktibbeha County Head Start.
Oktibbeha County Head Start. That's fantastic.
Let's give them a big round of applause.
Absolutely.
That was
and it looks like that our best
overall. We're going to let you do that, Santa, because you're a gift giver.
OCH, the Oktibbeha County Hospital.
Fantastic.
Oktibbeha County Hospital.
Congratulations, Oktibbeha County Hospital.
Absolutely. But most importantly, and you said this when we were asking you a few questions a couple of minutes ago about giving thanks and being kind. And we're going to take a few minutes now just to give thanks to Reed's here in Starkville.
For sponsoring the parade.
Absolutely.
Thank you so very much. And truly a joy to visit with Bo as well. And,
that's right. And to you, Santa.
Of course.
Yes.
But also Charlie Harper down there on the street.
Charlie did a fantastic job on the street. Thank you, Charlie.
He was going to have to be quick and kind of squirrely to get through it. But we'd also like to, again, thank all of our sponsors and our crew, Bill Green, Parker Lee. Of course, we couldn't have done it without Parker, the voice of Oz that's been in our head all night.
Jacob Frost, Ross Swanner, Chris White, Olin Booth.
And Paige Watson, Stephen Tribble, Mississippi State Athletics, especially Bailey Pulliam. I think that's right.
Sorry, Bailey, if we misspoke.
We may have.
Yeah.
And Jonathan Ashley for help with all of the equipment and wireless communication set. So, Santa,
Yes, ma'am.
I know you've got a long trip.
I do.
We're going to let you go.
I appreciate it.
And we're going to say goodnight to the rest of all of you.
Even grown-ups have to be asleep on Christmas Eve.
Don't you worry, Santa.
Absolutely.
You are not exempt.
I feel like you're worried about me, and you don't need to be. I will be asleep
Very
just in
good.
time for your return. Okay?
Very good.
All
Very
right.
good. To all of you
Merry
at Starkville,
Christmas.
we say
Merry
Merry
Christmas. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Santa.
Let me get out of your way.